Hi, this is James with Korg USA, and today we are in the studio with the all-new monotribe. Let's check it out. Now the top panel is basically broken into two halves. The top half is where you create your analog synthesizers. And the bottom half is where you sequence those synthesizers, as well as sequence the three parts of drums that are available. Starting from left to right, we have a simple octave switch. Here's where you select your waveform. There's three to choose from. You can also introduce noise, as well as change the key range that you're working with. You can go from chromatic key to narrow to wide, which spans several octaves. Now here are probably the two most fun knobs on the monotribe. Here you've got your cutoff for the filter and your peak or your resonance. Over here you have the volume for your synthesizer. And here is the envelope. So basically you could decide whether you want a tone that continues to move, one that drops off after a short time, or one that ramps up, more like a string. Now over here we have our LFO, or low frequency oscillator controls. These will really help you to modulate your sounds in many different ways. You have a rate and an intensity. And here's what controls what you're modulating. Either the oscillator's pitch with the filter, or the filter. You could choose between a fast, slow, or one-shot LFO. And here's where you get to decide the shape of your LFO. The sequencer section is extremely easy to use. It's a step sequencer based off of our monotribe products. You have a part for the synth, the bass drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat. Press the record button and go. You can decide which steps are on or off. And you could also decide the gate time for the steps. To add a drum part, simply choose the drum part and place the notes. Still modify the synthesizer while the sequence is going. With the three analog drum parts, you could also choose what steps get doubled to create 16ths. So for example, I have eighths going on the hi-hats right now, but if I press the hi-hat button and choose certain steps, these steps will actually get 16ths. Here it is for all of them. The active step button allows you to decide what steps of the sequencer actually play. Right now, all 8 are playing. You can do some really cool stuff here and modify your pattern very dramatically by removing steps. For example, removing every other step. And then reversing that. And last but not least, the flux button allows you to record the synthesizer in real time. That means it doesn't fall into the steps. Check it out. In addition to all the great synth sculpting and sequencer capabilities, the monotribe also features a sync in and out. This allows you to connect multiple monotribes to each other and have them sync in perfect time. It also allows you to sync the monotribe to any DAW that records audio. More on that in an upcoming video. Last but not least, the monotribe offers an audio input, allowing you to run any audio source through the acclaimed MS-20 filters.